Hello again. Welcome to Independent Investor on Independent TV. My name is Kirk, bringing the program with you with Ambrose.
Ambrose Omodio.
Great. We've had a very interesting 1 week. The market has been agog. The market has hit the 9 trillion marks. What is responsible? The PMI numbers are out too, and the number is unprecedented in the economic history of Nigeria. Why is this happening? We are also going to look at the handover of the president to the vice president as he jets out for his health program. This and more, we're going to talk to you, including the inflation rate that we're expecting very soon. So Ambrose, maybe we should start from the PMI. The numbers are fascinating.
Yeah, you look at PMI, it mentions the purchasing index of an economy, both service sector, entertainment, all over. It tells you how the manufacturing sector is also performing. For us to see the last figure, and I saw about just 58 points, and the history of Nigeria for the past 6 years, that is the highest so far. But to me, as an analyst and investor, this figure has not really reflected the position of the economy. Yes, we are in a recovery mode. We are tracking that recovery part. But the number of moving from 47 to 58, to me, I don't know how to describe it, but it's good. It's sending a good signal that, yes, our manufacturers are finding their track now, coming out from the wool, which is very good. And also, it will encourage investors, those that want to invest in manufacturing sector, to come and see that, yes, this sector is now coming out from its red position to a green, which is good. But as an investor, all these are signals. I don't think that they are all leading indicators. For you as an investor, it's time for you to sit down. Which area will I be positioning myself? Since I'm seeing a positive indicator coming that to support the recovery move of the economy. On that note, you sit down and say, which area should I invest? Now we are seeing an impressive MPI index for the month of April. It gives you an answer that means we're expecting also a better figure for the month of May. And there are some factors that are also impacting on this performance, which you know that the manufacturing sector has really benefited from CBN intervention recently. On that note, many of the manufacturing companies or in that sector that have closed down before, now I think they are opening up again. Those that have reduced the size of operation has also expanded because they are now having access to the currency, the foreign, the dollar. On that note, it's going to boost them the more. That means it is this manufacturing sector and the banks will have immediate benefit from what CBN is doing exactly. I know that if bank is the life wire of any economy, why the manufacturer is also what supports or drive economic growth in any economy. If these two sectors are going to benefit immediately from the CBN intervention, that's why I can see that both the presidency everywhere they're not singing praise for CBN because they took the right step after they have delayed. And to me, it's a right step in the right direction. And I know since CBN has done to this level, assuring that they're going to sustain this intervention, the next step I think they should do now, I've clamored on it for the last 3 months, both on air and my right of that. CBN is an opportunity for them to have one single exchange rate for the economy. If this is achieved, I'm telling you that foreign investor will flood Nigeria.
Great. So the leading indicators tell us that the economy is on a growth trajectory.
Yeah.
But what about the trickle-down effect? People out there are still complaining. Does it have anything to do with inflation? How come they're not enjoying the benefits? Or is it something that is going to take a while before it really gets to all of us? Yeah,
thank you for that question. I said it's a leading indicator. Yeah, I've given you an area what is happening. For it to trickle down on the economy, in a small distance time, it will start happening. For those that have imported their goods on a high exchange rate, they are still having those goods in their shelf. And they won't just sell it overnight. But seeing those that have gone now to be importing more, to be producing now, naturally the price or the cost of production will little drop. That also will reflect on the price. But people say in Nigeria that when prices have gone up, to come, that's a problem. But when your cost of production is not as high as what you are putting on the shelf, people will naturally not buy your stock. You as a businessman or a manufacturer will naturally drop your price so that it will reflect and encourage people to buy because nobody wants to keep his goods on the shelf. But that is why many companies posted red during the inflation because they are having goods on the shelf, no money to buy. Now that the economy is having activities, things are coming back gradually, expansion gradually as reflected in the MPI index point, it shows that naturally this will happen, but not immediately. People are saying that it has not trickled down. You are not the only first person that asked that question, but I know before the end of the second quarter, we'll start seeing the impact.
Okay, so prices will
Naturally
come down. So speaking about prices, inflation going forward, we're expecting the numbers.
Yeah. But to me, inflation for the month of April is going southward. Why? The intervention of CBN, I said again, to stabilize price, has started yielding results before now. That means they are doing more, we expect the number to go down. But for me, for 2017, if inflation can hit before the end of the year 14, that would be a good result for CBN.
Great. So what is the relationship now with the market? We see the market growing in leaps and bounds. Am I right to say leaps and bounds?
Yeah, we'll go on.
9 trillion naira. We've been waiting for this. So what are the factors?
No. For the stock market, again, stock market is a leading in any economy. Now, when you see stock market going that direction, there is a factor driving such activities. The demand for stock and stock market has increased since the last quarter, the first quarter of 2017 come to an end, and many companies that listed release their result to the next stage, and they beat market expectation. On that note, it's an attraction for investors to start positioning for the end of the year. This the 2017 scorecard is an insight of what this company is going to do. Now that the economy is finding its feet now, recovering, that means those that have posted negative number before now are likely to come back to positive. As an investor, you want to start that position. Now their prices are low because the bad result they posted before now have pull their price down. Market has treated them that way, but now they are low, and you are now seeing signs that they are coming back to profit. Naturally, a good or design investor would start positioning. And you see that there are high demand for stock within the last week. Therefore, straight 6 days, the market has been in green, and from moving from almost 8% to almost 9 trillion, tells you that Nigerian investors are positioning. And also, I told earlier my colleague in the office that if CBN sustain this, and at the end of the day, we're able to have a uniform exchange rate, foreign investors will not take us serious. That means the effort of CBN will yield more better results. But one to know that yes, even though you are coming to invest in the power sector, coming to invest in the aviation, you are coming to invest in the petroleum sector, you are coming to one single, and they cannot know what you are coming. Not that because we are going to church to pray in mosques where you have another different, you want to buy. No. If there is uniform exchange rate anywhere, anything you want to do in Nigeria, that will give them confidence that yes, we can come into Nigeria with 350 when I'm going. And also, CBN will assure them again that there will be stability, because you can't be coming to invest with 350 per dollar. When you go down, the dollar is 500. That means all your investment in Nigeria is gone. You have not made any profit because we are not taking it because you came in at 350. You are going at that means you have not made any profit. You are even making a loss because what you bought is not giving you that. For that, I think stability is another thing. After giving us a uniform exchange rate, we need stability that people will be encouraged to bring back. But I was surprised when I saw the rating, the rating of investment destination in Africa, that Nigeria is ranking 19. That means that institutional investors or foreign investors are not looking away because they want us to rearrange ourselves, bring good policy. Now that we start seeing that good policy, what is that for you to make a policy? When it's not working, you go back to review. CBN have made their policy, they see that it's not working the way they want. They went back and reviewed it. We're not seeing the impact of it. If they can sustain it, I think that will bring more foreign inflow to the economy.
Great. So finally, our president has jetted out again for his medical attention and has handed over to Simbajo like he did some months back. And we recall that when Simbajo took over, at least the economy responded positively. Do you see this happening again?
Yes, I see it continuing that direction. Looking at the Niger data, Simbajo is the one that visited Nigeria at the time more than 4 times to appease those guys to have an arrangement and agree that we can have modular refinery, government be part of it, and also that man have calmed down their anxiety or their restlessness over there. Now that also have impacted our revenue because we are almost beating the benchmark for the year in terms of production. Even though the price is not stable now, because you are meeting the production, your target production, whatever you are selling, you are making good money. One thing that you are not meeting your target for production, now we are meeting it. It's almost there. On that note, it's also impacting our revenue, and that has helped us to see also to sustain what we are seeing today, because we have increased in terms of output, in terms of our production in Niger Delta. That has also been. If now is also to be in a position of the acting president till the president come back, I know he will also know how to play around again to another sector.
So it's not a matter of economic policy. It's just a matter of human relations or what?
Policy must be there and human relations must be there.
Same policy.
Policy must be there, but you can always adjust your policy. I said earlier that CBN, they made their policy earlier. They see how the policy going. They went back and reviewed the policy. That also will be done in some sector of the economy. We are government that made policy. If that policy is not favoring us as we speak now, nothing stops the government for reviewing that policy and make it better to suit the purpose of the policy. That is the only thing. Unless nobody has it all, even the government, if you make a policy, it's to implement, to impart your people. If the policy is not impart your people, you sit down again and show them how will it bring the expected impact in the life of the people who are governing.
Okay, so Ambrose here says he expects the economy to pick up, to respond positively to, it's not exactly a change of baton, but an empowerment of the vice president to go ahead and tackle the problems of the country, both economic and...
The only fear we are having as speaking that we're almost in the second week of the month of May. There's no budget for 2017. That has been a concern for many investors and many businesses in Nigeria.
Absolutely.
You know, anywhere in the world, the government is the highest spender. And when the government is not spending, things will not move as fast as expected. Especially in our own country, that many private sector has one dealing with the government, and many of them have their business that they service government. If government is not signing any contract, government is not doing anything, how would those businesses survive? No, I think it's high time the National Assembly should fasten the whole process and let give Nigeria a rolling budget that also even the economic recovery plan of the government that have been made everywhere, has gone viral everywhere. Now you are seeing, we're just seeing paper. There's no fund to implement those. That means we'll still be waiting.
Absolutely.
I think CBN, the National Assembly should, for the interest of Nigeria, let them just look at it. They need to do the needful. I don't say because you want to no, the right thing that needs to be done. Let them look at it and let them release the budget so that it can be passed into law and let people see what they work on. Because the economic managers who speak now will be handicapped. Nothing to implement the policy they have rolled out for 2017.
Absolutely. You've heard it all. We're going to call it a day today, and it's been nice bringing this program to you again. Until we see you next time, take care.